Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. We're going to look at our sneaky peek of the day, and then we're going to decorate the second half of the altered book. And I may be going through the rest of this book. Yeah, I'll be finishing this altered book off today. So I have to find me another book to go through, people. All right, this one I have used a wire ribbon with a little snowflake design on it for a pocket. And what I did is I cut it off. The wire is still in there. And I just cut it off and I wrapped it around to where the raw edges weren't going to be hurting anybody. And so I just glued it down with my 3 edges with fabric tack, of course. I have a little snowflake sticker from up in the card section at Walmart. They used to have this one end cap that had nothing but stickers on it. I either got it there or I got it in the scrapbooking area. I can't remember. Now this one was a piece from a Scrapbooking with Me freebie we got. Over here, I'm taking just scraps at this point, I think, and putting them down on the paper to use them up. And then I had this stamp. I put this tag in there. I didn't write on that tag. This was a piece of my icicle that was left over. I've got a tab here. It has winter on it. And then over here was, I think this was a my Porch Prince pocket. And I think I had one earlier in here I showed you. But I had all of these little gift cards. This one's actually a little booklet. And I did write inside of this one. This one I love it because it has a little cabin. And then this is a file folder one. So I was catching up on all my days because I have June. I went and wrote all the way up through June. Oh my gosh. I was really getting my money's worth out of this one. All right, and then this one goes in here. I think it's a triple pocket. And then I just have this up behind it here that's just solid that you're to glue down. I have a cardinal on this side of the tab. I have Cherish down here. I put a little ruler, a little glitter, a little backdrop for the Cherish. And then over here I've got, good grief. And what did I say I joined? Oh, Grand Central Crafting. And over here, this was mostly a newsprint that I had dyed purple and blue. And then I had a little bit of a paper with the blue. That was the sweater, actually, that paper. And so I just put a bunch of this and that on there. And I thought it turned out pretty neat. This page I didn't decorate at all. And I could have kept writing probably up to the end of July at the rate I was going. But that's all she has in it. And like I said, I'll try to get one of Mom's. I know I've got one of Mom's down there that I've done that you haven't seen before. So we'll get into that one on our next video. All right. This one, we'll kind of do a quick flip through what we did the last time. And I don't know, and I'll be coming back through here later and adding maybe a few more stamps to things and this and that. Now this I took and put this dark, I think Paper Crafting with Miss Tommy sent me a bunch of these masterboard kind of pieces, and I wanted her on something to stand her up a little higher. Plus the brown pulls out from here, and I needed something on this side, so I put one of those little, I guess, name badge, date tags, whatever that is, and a bird. So it pulls the brown over. And then over on this side, yeah, this is still the same. I didn't do anything here or here. I decided I was just going to leave the bird for now, and I think it's okay. If I do anything to it, I may stamp onto another piece of paper and put over top of that. But, you know, I'm kind of okay with it. Especially if I put something with black on it over here. Because I have some journal cards left that I have not used for anything. This whole pile right here, actually. And if I have something with some dark on it like that, that might balance out my pages. And I haven't done anything through here. I did put a clock here because it had the clock here. And I thought that'd be kind of neat. Plus the black is over here as well. There's my beautiful butterfly. And like I said, I haven't done anything else with that. I'll think more on this one. This one, I put this in here. This was also from Miss Tommy. It was just, I guess, from a paper pad, I'm assuming. And it had a little flower and and it had a butterfly. So I thought, I'll put that here. Although it is stark black, I thought, you know, it might be all right because it's under the belly band. And here I haven't done anything, but this is where our next area is to work with. Since there's a bee here, I was going with the idea, and I wrote it on here. I have a honeycomb stencil. Now, I have one in my Tim Holtz stuff, but I've got one here. And I don't know if I got this in a magazine with other bee stuff, or where exactly I got that. Because it doesn't have a barcode or anything. It came with something. And it has a bee up here that you can, you know, kind of stencil from scratch. So, I don't know. We might try to stencil the bee or just do the honeycomb. I think that's what I was mostly planning to do. Plus, I do have this stamp that I did get at Hobby Lobby that has a bee on it. And I'm curious as to where I could put that. I mean, it's not going to go all the way over, but it's close. But I don't know how well I could get that stamp in there. I kind of wondered about doing a halfway stamp, but I'm going to miss out on some of the bee there. So it might be we just try to stamp it there. And we're going to go with maybe some ground espresso. Let me put this little piece of acetate in there to keep the print from going on over. I am going to try that somewhere at some point. Okay, this is the side I need to do mostly over here. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm so happy you come by to see me. Yeah, the Christmas holidays is almost gone, everybody. We have, what, one day? Well, I'm filming this, I think it's the 30th. So we have one more day for Christmas. I've been busy lately, I can tell you that. Went out with Mom yesterday, and we did a bunch of shopping with all the gift cards and stuff we had. She had to eat at Red Lobster again. And you know, they took my darn lobster bisque away. Man. So I did get my Caesar salad. I love that. And I got grilled shrimp on it. Oh, no, look at that. It didn't come out that strongly, but I think I'm okay with it. But, yeah, so had my Caesar salad with grilled shrimp, and it was very, very good. And I think we're going to go on this side over here with the honeycomb. All right, we're going to go for the big one. He's a big bee, so that's probably the size of honeycomb I need. So I'm going to go down here, and we're just going to use some vintage photo. I want a warmer color this time. And I could put my pad back up there. There we go. And then the day before that, my niece, she needed to go to a doctor's appointment and wanted to know if I could watch he's my great nephew. He's my sister's grandson, so that it makes him my great nephew, right? Oh, so anyhow, I got to watch him a little bit. He's a little stinker. I need to find some games. He's 5 years old, so I need to find some games that we could play. I found dominoes in his toy box, so we were playing with that. And then we had, oh, that's kind of neat. Let me go up a little further with that. And then he got a marble game from my sister at some point in time. I don't know if that was a Christmas present or what that was. So anyhow, we were trying to play with it, but it didn't have very good instructions. It only told you what each piece would do with the marbles, and then that was it. Let's see, I'm going to put a little bit of comb over here as well, just to kind of balance it out a tad. I do have a butterfly right there, so maybe I'll do it in the center. Okay. Yeah, so I got to watch him for a couple hours, and then she took him to the park to get some of his energy out. See, he had some, I'll tell you. Oh, but we were mostly watching some crazy little game. It's like like Mario Brothers. Now I remember Mario Brothers. Yoshi's Island especially, but I was never a game player. Miss Pac-Man was about it for me. And I barely did well on her. But yeah, that's about that's about what we were doing. And we watched that little guy go all over the screen. And I'm going to glue this all the way down, just because it's kind of patchy under there. And I don't really need a pocket. I've got a really big one there and probably another one here. So I don't exactly need a pocket. So this is going to be more like scenery. And a mushroom would be in that kind of a scene. Yeah, we were watching a little guy. He was jumping around getting coins, and he was a little robot guy. I have no clue what his name was. Oh, one of them new things. And he kept advertising. It would say new artifact found. Well, the artifact was some game controller or something like that. And I said, well, that's just advertising. He says, what's advertising? So I got to explain a few things to him. And then he had a bongo drum. At first, we were going to do an obstacle course for his, I had to put the lid in, obstacle course for his marbles he had. But he threw a bunch of pillows in the floor. And we didn't get around to playing with that, because then he shot to his room, and that's when we went for the dominoes and things, and the marble track, I think it was called. So anyhow, we fiddled around with that. You know, I'm going to put this little birdie over here. He goes to this nest, but instead of me putting him there, I'm going to put him over here on this fruit, whatever that is. Yeah, so we actually got back into the living room where all the pillows, and he had a bongo drum. It was only about 1 foot tall, so he had a bongo drum. So he was kind of bouncing his marble on top of it, and so we decided to. And here's all my little pieces that's going on this page. He bounced his on it, and I said, well, why don't we try to bounce it on top of the bongo drum like a trampoline, and make it jump over the pillows. So he did it, but he only, you know, he's a child. He just did it like this angle, so it came up at that angle. And then I did it, and I got way down low, and I went wink, and so it went whoa over all the pillows. So I was trying to teach him about angles at that point. Oh, so he was trying to figure out what an angle was and how, and I tried to do it in slow motion and stuff. I mean, you know, little kids, they'll pick up stuff fast. So I'm sure he'll get into that. Oh, I'm at the wrong time period. Where am I here? There, okay. So he's getting close to being in preschool, so he'll learn a whole lot more stuff then. But I think he looks like me and my brother, a lot like us. So, and the poor thing, I told him I've got every name in the book I've told him for me, and what it was is I told him my name was Rhoda at one time, and then one of my family calls me Rhoda. One of my family calls me Diane, which is my middle name. And then a bunch of them call me Boo, because that's my nickname. So I try to make it easy for him. I say, why don't you just call me Boo? So he knows me by Boo now. All right, we're going to do this. We're just going to put our little butterfly there. So it's kind of like a little collage. You can still write around it. It kind of pulls you over here to this butterfly. That's the same one. And this little flippy flappy thing, you know, I'm just leaving it as is. It's still to where somebody could probably get in here and put some pictures if they wanted. Now this here, because this is brown over here, and I thought I would just put this on the other side. And we don't need any pockets or anything, because there's a pocket on the right side here, a double pocket actually. I like how that turned out, but it sure was hard to rip down in there to get it to be down to that point. That was the rough part. I love this page. It don't have anything else it needs. Okay. All right. Here, I was telling somebody, I'm sorry, I think it was Celeste at Woodland Inspired. She said she had this great big butterfly, which is the same one from, where was he? There, from back here. But I just had a partial sheet of paper, so I went ahead and did it like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it over here and cut him off. I'm going to get him right up to the edge of that circle like that and glue him down. And then the excess is going to get cut off, which actually I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of it off now if I can, so I don't accidentally glue that, because I don't need that glue. So he's kind of coming into the scene here. All right. All his pieces and parts there. All right, let's see if we can get that to stay open. I'm going to get in here and start gluing. The only thing about this, it's gorgeous, but it's just, it takes forever. And this, especially this edge piece, I really need to get down good. Oh, yeah. Now, I am not a drinker, but every once in a while I'll have me something for New Year's. I love a pina colada. And I don't know if I've always fell asleep, so I never get to the point that I get a drink. But, because I usually don't drink it until that turn of the clock, you know. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll try to have me one this year. It's been a bad year for me. I went to my March trip to West Virginia to do our cemetery hunting and stuff, you know. So, I don't know what happened. I think that trip, I slid and fell as we were climbing up this one road to go to a cemetery way back. It must have been a mile. It was probably a mile. I'll just say that. If it wasn't, it was close to it. The guy said, "Oh, it's just back here." He kept walking and walking, took us through creeks and kept going uphill. And then we get up there, and the poor cemetery it's in rough shape. It had trees around it, so no grass or anything had grown. But then some logging company came in and cut down all the trees. So there was no trees to block the weeds and such from growing. So we're in there trying to figure out the names on some of them, and I was drawing my little map to configure all that, and then somebody comes up there on a four-wheeler. You know, that would have been nice. It could have took one of us up a time, and we would have still gotten up there faster than if we walked it. I think that guy just wanted to walk. Ugh. I think he was about my age. So anyhow, that was not a well-maintained cemetery, I can tell you that. All right, now I'm just going to have to trim that little excess off that's hanging over, but it wasn't as bad as what I would have had if I didn't trim it. So when I tripped and going up that hill, I don't know if I pulled something or what happened, because I got my sciatica not long into the trip. A couple more days later, I got the sciatica. Oh, God. I had it all through March, because we went at the beginning of March. I had it all through March and all the way up to July. March, April, May, June. No, maybe June. I know it took me 2 months to get rid of it. And then And then my October trip, we went up this holler. We've been trying to get up this holler for I don't know how long, because we knew there were cemeteries up in there. So we got on our, and this, I've got 2 pieces of this lace. I'm going to put them along the side here. Or was I going to do them like this? Maybe I'll do it like that instead of along the edge. Let me snoop it out here. So anyway, we get up this holler with the help of one of the family members. And I still think I like it up in here. So, I'm still thinking about it. And anyhow, we get up there, and there's actually 3 cemeteries. They showed us 2 of them, and then as we were leaving out, they showed us another one. But back to the part where it was bad for me. Okay, I'm up there, I'm following along. I got my shorts on, you know. I hardly ever wear pants. So, we're going along, and we get to the one large cemetery, and there's this stick. It was a skinny branch, a very skinny one, but of course, I snagged it with my foot, and I kept, my foot, and I kept pulling my leg up, and pulling my leg up, trying to unhook it, and it kept scraping up my leg, and oh man, it left a gash. I don't think I'll ever get rid of the scar. So I got this gash going up my leg. So the rest of my life of shorts wearing season is going to be interesting. Then our anniversary is November 7th, 11/7. So I don't know what he picked up at work. You know, I don't work, so I'm just here at the house. So he picked something up at work and brought it home. Gave it to me. His turned out to be COVID, because we had some COVID tests, so they were a little out of date, but still. He tested 3 times, and his all came back positive. Well, I tested 1 time when I thought it was the worst, after I had the sore throat for 3 or 4 days, and then I sort of got congested or something, and then I was short of breath. I think at one time I actually did lose my taste and my smell, but it was only like a day. So anyhow, I got that, and it took a long time to get rid of that. A long time. Look, I went and glued farther than I needed to. So, yeah, that was another fun element of the year. The year in review. Isn't that what used to be on TV? They tell you all the highlights. And I need to see if they're going to show the commercials like they do, you know, the Super Bowl. They'll show the best commercials. I mean, Super Bowl's been slacking lately on theirs, I can tell you that. Okay, we're going to trim that off. I need to trim just a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. That I don't need. And so, yeah, I think I like that. I like that better. I didn't need that, I think it was too disjointed being on the top and bottom. Can you see? Now, we might come back in here. I've got some stamps over there. Let me pull them over. All right. I found these stamps as well. I still have the little flower over there to use. I haven't used him yet. But I remembered I had this papillon, which is French for butterfly. So I have these stamps that I could use. And then I have this one, which is a layering stamp. And you do different colors and layer. And it's got little phrases like sending butterfly wishes. And I think that's the only thing with butterfly on it. So I can use that. And then I have this one from Bo Bunny. That's got all kinds of sizes here. Life is sweeter with friends like you. Just a note, thinking of you. So I've got different little phrases and things that I can put in here after I've got in all the die cuts. And if we have time, we'll go back through with a few of the stampings, because I don't think I have too much more back through here. Like here, I was going to put this down as like a little tuck, just in case. So we'll just put us a little bit of glue here, maybe a 1/2 inch down at the bottom, and put this in. And it gives me the little bird for the nest, and it gives me a butterfly. So I'm thinking I'm going to have a butterfly, hopefully, for each page, since it's a vintage butterfly book. All right. Now, I went to Michael's. Okay, I got three Michael's gift cards. So I was ready to work. Gosh, has this been out of screen this whole time? Probably. So anyhow, we have... I had 3 of them, and I got one from somebody, and I didn't know how much it was. So I get in there, and I spent about $56. I got me a big jelly plate, the 8x10 size. I wanted that, and then I got a 3, like, I guess, organization trays. I guess you'd call them that. And, okay, so we're going to need to put this down first. And those are going to be for like future projects or things I'm working on. And I can stack them inside of each other. And they won't take up that much room. So I thought that'd be good. And then I had, I think it was a little washi tape. It's the double pack of washi tape. And one of them has music notes on it. And the other one is like piano keys. It's a little wider. I thought that was cute because, you know, you're always doing something with music. Or, you know, especially if you're doing something vintagey. You always have music paper that you might use. So I thought that would come in handy. Didn't have very much to choose from, that's for sure, but... Alright, putting this lace down here. I'm going to try to go as close to the right edge as I can. There we go. Now, oh, I'm wiggling and everything, sorry. Did anybody get anything interesting for Christmas? Now, it could be interesting in the fact that it's different. You didn't want it. It sends a message, you know, any of the above. We decided, he'd been talking about a recliner for, you know, the first 10 years we were here, he's talking about getting a recliner. So I said, why don't for each one of our gifts, we get a recliner. So we got a love seat one. And decided to do that for the living room. Because the couch we've got, you know, it's got that type of fabric that knots up. I don't know if it wasn't very expensive, you know, it's one of those Big Lots brands or something. So anyway, it's about ready to go. And my side kind of sinks in, you know, it didn't hold up well or something. I think I'm going to stick this over here. So anyhow, I got him stuff to go along with his lounging. So I got him a robe. I got him some slippers. I got him some sleep pants. So he's ready to nap out in his recliner, which it'll get here on the 4th. And then we have, he got me, I always get a calendar every year. And I think he may have gave me that Michael's card. That's right. So that's where my $100, it probably has $100 on there. So, yeah. Thank you, Roger. Yeah, I was trying to find me some more texture paste, but Michael's doesn't carry that. I like this one because it's got a little bit of that music on it. Okay. That's a little gooey. I'll get rid of that. And then we have another piece over here. That was another piece of it. So we'll put that there. And let's see. Yeah, I didn't get bogged down with a bunch of stuff this year. I don't need anything. I don't need much of anything. But my mom is always wanting to buy and do Christmas up really big, and I just I don't want her to spend her money. So what I usually will do, she'll give me more than 100. She gave me 100 to actually get a what is that thing called? Where a stamp thingy, a Misty. Okay, because I was telling her there was certain techniques that I wanted to do, but you had to have like a Misty where it kept the stamp in the same exact place every time. So she gave me money for that. Well, then she gives me more money, gave me another 100. And I always take that, and through the year, if she needs money for anything, I'll give her some. Like the other year, she needed $60. I don't know if it was for the dog or for something. I said, "Oh, no problem. Here's 60." So she gets her money back. That's the way I always do it. Now here, oh, that's Ground Espresso. I'm going to put a little bit of this over top. This is a vintage photo on here. I'm trying to get it to mimic that color. It's got more of a pink tone to it, though. All right, that's helping it. It's getting there. Yeah. I was just cutting it out of something I had that was a spare piece. Now, as you can see right here, oh, that's right. I meant to do that. As you can see right here, this is that piece I cut off those two wings because it was bulking it up. And because I already had this in here, I didn't want to just glue it together for a wing pocket. So I left it just like it is. It's kind of different. And then the way this is, that's the same page right there. And I ripped it so you got part of it on another page and part of it on this page. All right, what else we got? Got that done. That doesn't look too bad. It brings out some of the brown over here. Plus it's in like the woodland. I've got the lace here, reflecting itself. I got the two colors here, pinky. Okay, I like that. I like that. Now, over here, I just stuck this one in here because it's plain pastry and pie fillings. I didn't know what else to do with it, but I figured it would go along with that lady, so I've just stuck it in here. And we're going to put this butterfly up here with her. This yellow butterfly. Oh, and I did not even tell you that this is a design team project. Good grief, Rhoda. It's a design team project for Wonders by Wink on Etsy. And I am one of her design team members. And then this is the Vintage Butterfly book, digital, that is all through here. Now, what I did was I printed the whole kit once. Then, and only one page, single page. Nothing was on the back because everything gets glued down in here, you see. Then what you do is you'll have to figure out what extra pieces you would need. Because, you know, the one kit with this many pages in a book wouldn't cover it. So what happened was I think I only had to print 4 or 6 more pages. I did use just a few coffee tea dye papers, but that was it, just a few. And then other than that, it was all this kit. So, you know, it didn't take that much. And each page is so pretty. Each thing has some kind of vintagey flair to it, you know. It's already almost pre-inked, so you don't even have to do that. Like around this, there might be a little bit more than usual because I wanted the edges to be dark. But, I mean, everything was pre-inked. The edges are sort of treated, all kinds of things like that. So it's something to just kind of make a nice journal to write in through the summer. If you like the vintagey antique-y look. Has a great flair to it. Alright, I'm going to put that there. I know I'm covering up some of that lace, but we have a lot of lace. And then I have a bird, and I'm going to put that little bird right there. Wait a minute, let me see where his tail's going to be. Okay, maybe I'll put him over like that. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll figure out where to put the butterfly. Woo! Yeah. Poor Miss Keong. We kind of talked her into letting us be on her design team. Me and Tommy. And I think Laura's on it. She has her own channel. Craft and See with Laura B. She's one of her design team members. I know Miss Paper Crafting with Miss Tommy, she just did a Sherlock Holmes kit of Keong's. And just got a journal done with that. And that's really neat. Now, Tommy is all into Sherlock Holmes. But I myself don't know that much about the guy. So Tommy was the one to decorate for him. Alright, I'm going to put that way up in there. Alright. So we got our little birdie running around down there. Yeah. And then this is another one of those little tiny books. I guess you were supposed to make a little booklet or you fold it in half. Which I may do. I don't know. For that. But I thought it would bulk it up too much. So this is just going to go on here flat. I'm not going to make a tuck or anything with it. It's just going to be sort of a little visual over here. A little bit more right there. And then I'll put the butterfly on it. I do have a lot of writing spaces in here, so... And I'm sorry, I'm not one to tell you about my pains and ills and woes, but I just had to tell you about my year. I try to be positive. I don't like to do negative stuff. I mean, poor Zach, we're trying to get this cemetery book done. Everybody's been waiting on it. We thought we'd have it done for Christmas. So that meant beginning of December so people could order it for Christmas presents. That didn't happen. Well, we're still working on it. We just, you know, further back, there's not much record. I mean, and barely over there, they even have a record of people's births. So, and this is recent people, like in the 1900s. So, it's hard to search for information in a lot of cases and find anything. Now, I don't know when I put this in here. I know did I do this with you guys? I don't think I did. So I had this from one of her pages. And see, you can see the edge of it right there. And then there was a smaller rose, which we may be coming to back here. Or may have had used it back in there. But that's all I did for that diamond. I just put that real pretty rose in there. And cut it in half so it would go from one to the other side. Where did I use that other rose? That isn't it. Let's snoop around and see if we can find it here. Or did I have it with my... I may have still had it back in my little few scraps that I had left. Well, I don't know that I'm seeing it. So I may have it. I may have it in my scraps. Oh, here it is. That's what I used. And I printed another one for over there. And see, I had this rose left, and I may still have that one to do something with. All right, this one I'm leaving alone. And this one just has a butterfly and a clock. Because I have some dark black over here. Now, where's the... There it is. So I thought the black from the butterfly and the clock would be a nice contrast over here. Trying to get that right. And this butterfly's got yellow in it, just like this flower does, so that helps as well. So we're just going to do like that. And over here, I thought to do a pocket. Back in here, this is the last pages of the book, so there's not very many pockets that I had. I am going to put a pocket back there. So I took this postcard, and we're just going to put the paint on here. Paint. Glue, rather. Glue. Put some glue on here, and have this at the bottom. And it'll be a pocket for something. Kind of went over a little farther, didn't I? Oh, well. It won't hurt nothing. Oh, that one's from Iowa. So that'll be a pocket for something I have along here. Maybe this, since the birds are up here, this pretty little blue bird can go in there. And back here, I have a little bird cutout to go there. And then that'll be it. I may have another video to do what I call the last looks, where I'm going through and maybe doing some stamping, because I think you like to see stamping. If you do, let me know, because I will have another video that I'm going to go through and do last minute decisions, last minute stamping of some of those butterflies and things I was showing you over there. I have wanted to do some texture paste. I'm not sure though, because that may bulk it up. I will do more stenciling, I know that. And I have... see if I can get his legs there where he's not going to block my pocket. But I have an idea for the cover. I'm still working that out in my head. So that will be another video on what I do to finish off that. Okay, I hope everybody has a great, great day. This is all I'm going to do with you today. I'll flip back through real quick and show you what we did get done. Let's see, I did some little bit of stamping on here. As you can see, it's not very dark, but it is there. I mean, that bee's not even that deep or dark. We do have our stenciling along the edges here. And then we put this mushroom here just to be a visual. This one didn't need anything except for that little bird to go with the nest. We had this little collage we put down here. And then that's a big pocket, of course. We had this little piece that went here, and that was all. That one didn't need anything. We put our butterfly here, and we put our lace here. And also, we'll be doing stamping and stenciling next, and some words. We're going to finish out and find words to put on each one of our pages. There's a little bit of that brown butterfly. Oops, can't get him. Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, so that'll also be done. But let me know. Give me an idea if you want to see that. Look how pretty that is. You got that lace in the background. This here just had a little tuck to go in. Another collage. We had a little butterfly, and that was it on this page. Same butterfly. Another little collage. Another little thing to look at. Now, this would be a page I would probably use this stamp on. that's that stamp I told you. Looks just like this one. So, more than likely, I'll put a few stamps of this in that type of pages. Okay, and that one. And that one didn't need anything. That little bit here. We just put a pocket here. And then we have a pocket there. Okay, so that's all we got done today. But that was a pretty good bit. You have to take these in stride. You got to take it a little at a time. And I hope everybody has a great, great day. And I will see you soon on the next video. Bye-bye.